And June, you're a student from Korea who also has a background in interior architecture, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now, what made you guys want to be in the design world to begin with? Like for you two girls, was it because of your families or you always had the interest?
Actually, for me, as an architect, we design the exteriors. So when you're doing the exterior, parang it's so, I want to do the interior. So I want to do more on the details. So I decided to get interior design in one of the best schools here in the Philippines, the PSID.
Right. What about for you, Kirsten?
For me, I never had the interest in interior design actually until I worked for the family business and I was in field sales. So I got to see different houses in different villages. And that just inspired me to take interior design.
Yeah, and I know lighting is a huge part of interior design,
exactly.
right? Okay, June, what about you? You took a bit of interior architecture in Korea, and then you're finishing up your studies here in Manila. Have you always been into design?
Yes, when I was young, I had like those interests about architecture, so I took up interior architecture. I thought it's going to be both. I thought it's going to be like interior and then architecture at the same time. But when I learned, it's more about architecture. But I realized I like more in interior design. I decided to study this.
Okay, what are your favorite subjects in school?
For me, I like the drafting and the rendering. So after you do all the details, it's time to draft it, render it, or color it, so it gives life to your drawing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, bringing it to color, bringing it to life.
Yeah.
What about for you, Kristen?
For me, I think I probably have three favorite subjects. The first one would be history of arts and architecture. The second one would be drafting because I'm not good in drawing, so it really helped me a lot. And color rendering. You know, it kind of puts the life into a perspective, so it's really important.
Yeah, it's interesting that you say you don't really know how to draw, and I've heard from people who do go to interior design school, like, no, you don't really have to learn how to draw. If you can draw a circle in a straight line, then you're okay because they'll teach you the rest. Is that true?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because we have very good professors, to name them, like Sir G. Pambid, Sir Nicky Hardinil, and Sir Nardi, and a lot of them. They're really good. So even if you go to school and you don't have any background about drafting, you can finish it all the way.
Okay, that's encouraging to know. For you, June, what's your favorite subject? I know you like designing bathrooms.
Yeah, we had subject interior design in basic course. I like to design the home spa. It's like my favorite space in the house, so we can relax and then you can. I like to take a shower and bath and with like a
you might design a resort here in the Philippines one day.
Yes, I love to. Yeah.
Right? Exactly. I think the Philippines is a good place for that with all our spas. Now, you guys are graduating in November?
Yes.
Is that right? All right. So that's like a month away. That's gonna go by really, really fast. Do you already know what areas you'd want to specialize in after November?
Well, actually, for me, I would like to specialize in homes. But of course, there are clients who would ask you to design offices and buildings because homes, it's challenging.
It's more personal also.
It's more personal because you have to deal with the lives of the users, how they're going to use it. So it's very challenging and with a lot of details. But of course, you would be interested to design different fields of design.
Okay, so you plan to continue on with your family business?
Yes.
Okay, because your dad and your lolo, they're all architects, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, that's a great start. You'll have a lot of support there. Kirsten, what about you? Are you going to go back to helping your family in the lighting business, or do you want to go into design?
I'm probably going to go into design for now, and also, I mean, it always goes hand in hand anyway. So probably residential and commercial interiors, and maybe place importance on the lighting part because it is very important in an interior. So I think it could work well together.
Right. Okay. And June, what about you? Are you going to stay in Manila? Are you going to go back to Korea? What's going to happen with you?
If I can stay here, I'd love to stay longer and have job or my own company or something. And I want to specialize in commercial area. I can do more creative works, because homes for me is quite limited for commercial areas like retail shops in a shopping mall.
Right.
It's
Will
much
all
more
be
creative.
very different. Okay, so in order for you guys to graduate in November, you had to complete your thesis, okay, which is the final exhibit I mentioned earlier called Kaleidoscope. And explain how that works. How were you given the particular topics and how did you execute them?
Actually,
Draw lots.
yeah.
You didn't have much choice?
Well, Kaleidoscope actually was conceptualized by one of our dear professors, Mr. G. Pambid. He basically pitched us the idea, and we all loved it. And then after that, we drew lots. So we chose the color and the type of space for the exhibit. So we have 5 different rooms. We have a living room, a dining room, a kitchen, a toilet and bath, and a lanai, and then 18 different colors.
18 different colors.
Yeah.
Okay, so each room has a very specific color scheme that you needed to stick to.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Exactly, yeah.
Okay, all right. I definitely want to know more about this exhibit, and I'll let you guys describe what we see or what we will see on the screens a little later on, right? Okay, but once again, if you guys just joined us, this exhibit of PSID's Class of 2010 exhibit called Kaleidoscope is happening until the very end of October. But I do believe it is time for us to take a very quick break. Shop Talk. We'll be right back.